So this week I studied something in my Bible and I want to share that with you. So let's go right into it. Great. So the second book of Samuel, chapter 23. I'm reading from the NIV version. And the NIV Bible usually gives each chapter or each particular segment a title. So 2 Samuel chapter 23 is titled The Last Words of David. And this is what the Bible is saying. Now please listen. These are the last words of David, the oracle of David, son of Jesse, the oracle of the man exalted by the Most High, the man anointed by the God of Jacob, Israel's singer of songs. The Spirit of the Lord spoke through me. His word was on my tongue. The God of Israel spoke. The rock of Israel said to me, when one rules over men in righteousness, when he rules in the fear of God, he is like the light of morning at sunrise on a cloudless morning, like the brightness of the rain that brings the grass from the earth. We are living in a world where people are doing whatever they want. We are living in a world where the fear of God is continually waning. And so the world is getting much more wicked, if for want of a better word. It is getting much more sinful. And not that the Lord Jesus did not predict this. He said in the last days, the love of many is going to grow cold. And in our institutions, in our schools, in our workplaces, you see people blatantly commit sin. When you turn on our TVs, you see daylight occultism being advertised on TV. Daylight fraud being committed on live TV. And you wonder what is going on in the hearts of men. In this time that we are in, if you decide with all of your heart, as Daniel purposed in his heart, to not defile himself with the delicacies of Babylon, God himself, his grace is going to see you through to the end. Because it has become very difficult to be righteous these days. Integrity is nowhere to be found. People are demanding things that should not be demanded just so that they can offer you employment. We have teachers and lecturers and professors demanding things from students that you cannot even begin to think of. Righteousness is nowhere to be found. But I'm speaking to you as a child of God that if in this time you decide in your heart to be righteous, it is a big deal and God is going to see you through. The Bible says that when one rules in righteousness, when he decides to reign in godliness, when one decides to stick to their integrity, in a time like this, they are like the light of the morning, on a cloudless morning, like the brightness of the rain that brings the grass from the earth. They house God, and God is light. And that light bursts forth in them. They radiate the brightness of God. In this time, if you purpose like Daniel to not defile yourself, you are going to house God, and his brightness, that light is going to shine forth through you. The Bible says that they that turn many to righteousness shall be like the stars in the sky. I'm just saying this to encourage you. David, after reigning for 40 years, came to the conclusion that when one decides to reign in righteousness, they are like the light of the morning, the brightness of the rain. I just want to encourage you to continue your faithfulness to God. I want to encourage you to stick to righteousness. It has become very unpopular. The way of integrity, the way of uprightness has become very unpopular. But I just want to encourage you to purpose in your heart to not defile yourself. There are many delicacies in Babylon. But if you decide to stick to the grass, if you decide to stick to plain water, if you decide to stick to vegetables, God is going to refresh you, and he himself is going to nourish you, just like he did for Daniel. So be encouraged to stick to God in righteousness, and I pray that he gives you the grace to do exactly that. So God bless you.